Hello again, Glitch Reaper here, and I've had a few more names added to my sub wall, as you can see behind me, and I'm going to go over those real quick before I start doing some more stuff. And yes, I've enchanted more of my Traveler set. That is definitely cool. In fact, I kind of sudden reminder, how much almost time. I'm looking at the armor experience. Whenever it gets to 60 some odd, that's like the best time to really enchant your, I mean not enchant, but imbue your armor with Ars Magica 2, and that's something I'm definitely going to show off later. Very cool. But the thing is, I was going to show the names first before I take a trip up to my, oh, can't see it from here apparently, my floating mage tower, and then I'll be heading off into the Twilight Forest. So here's some of the, oops, wrong button. Here's some of the names that's come up to my sub wall now. So these are some of the people that's subscribed, and in a public way, or at least a way where I know for sure that they have. But here's Jason Gusta, Ryan09MC, Jacob White, Alicia Fuller. Or at least I think that it was since then. It could be that some of these I just didn't get on the wall before, but I'm pretty sure that they're new. Wither Empire 3196. Again, that's one that couldn't fit on one line. We have Johnny 10124 and Nyrian Storino. At least I think that's how it's pronounced. It looks about right, hopefully. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyhow, these are some of the folks that have recently shown up on my sub wall, so it has been improved. Although eventually I hope to do something fancier like I've done before, but this will work for now. I can always transfer later. But anyhow, I'll be going up to my place. Let me see if I can I spot it? Yeah, I was along the way. Okay, Node. Have I scanned you yet, Node? Have I scanned you specifically? Because I know I've scanned a node, but have I scanned you? Apparently I have. Okay. Been scanned. Okay. That's fine. I recently had to get a bit of great wood here in the forest. It's a Thaumcraft plant. Specifically, it's a Thaumcraft tree. It's very large, and its wood is fairly magical. So you will be needing a lot of it. Luckily, it's at least a bit more generous with lips. It's a little more generous with its saplings than silverwood is. Famously, Thaumcraft plants have been a little stingy with their supply, so that is something to be wary of. And although Greatwood and Silverwood are renewable in this pack, the problem is that it's kind of difficult to get hold of their saplings, and I have a feeling I'm not actually going to cut up this turf because it happened quicker than I remembered. Oh well, stuff happens. But yeah, I'm going up here to my mage tower, and yes, it took me, in case you need reminding, it took me a long time to get this place properly pillared up just to get here, and laddered so I could go up and down without flying, which I don't really have the ability to fly yet, but I'm getting there. I'm making progress towards something that'll really help out. And these Thaumcraft crystals have a very special purpose, and they're cool. Some of these used up the only crystals I had of their type, so they're not all represented in here. These you can actually make using the crystals, or with the shards, I should say. It's a special process involving something that I will show in a few moments, because I've got a few things prepared. So similar process, just you can make rings. It takes 4 of these each to make a ring, and they will give you a discount on their relative element. So ring of water for a discount on water, earth for earth, or which is Terravis, and etc. But only for the primals, so you can't do it for like crazy high tier compounds. It doesn't work that way. As I was explaining about the crystals, on the other hand, they have a special property. I have scanned a lot of stuff, yes, so I've been making serious Thaumcraft progress. Now, notice any of these with a glow. They are being recharged slowly by the crystals, but in a unique way. If you only see one like this, and it doesn't even have an actual one on it, it's kind of like a phantom point towards your research, and I'll show how that works in a moment. But the thing is, it only counts from here. You can't use it as a base research point to buy research with. it can only be used from here. So you can use it to solve puzzles, which again I'll show later, although I already have with Thaumcraft 5. They're very similar, except that in Thaumcraft 5, each scroll that you're using to do your research has its own reserve. So you don't see this whole thing that you have to scan out and stuff. But anyhow, it can only be used either in here or to make a compound point by combining them. And I still need more, I need more emptiness, because I'm kind of working on getting a reserve for the aspect of magic for something in a little while, hopefully. Because I need this, which includes magic, and as you can see, it's combined between air, ding, and magic, which is over here. That's composed of emptiness and energy, and emptiness is basically air and chaos, while energy is basically order and fire. So you get through different layers of compoundness here. And as I was saying before, this is a phantom point. I'm not sure if I should spend it now or go for the puzzle I was going to show, because I'd like to kind of show just buying one, and I'd like to show solving one. But as I said, these, as long as they're close by to your research table, they will power it up. A lot of this early stuff is explained in the book, the Thaumonomicon. I may have explained earlier how to get that, or I may have got it randomly. I forget which way. I think I made it from the bookshelf. But you take your one of your first wands, like this little thing here, and you, which is fairly easy to make. You just transmire it into nuggets and cap it off. But you always need 2 caps of wands, so please remember they always have to be the exact same type. You can't make compound wands. That would be cool, but unfortunately it doesn't work. Anyhow, the thing is that you aim that at a bookshelf and you get this book. So that's how your guidebook works, and that's also how it works in Thaumcraft 5, so I probably showed that off before in my Solitary Craft Plus run. So some things have been the same throughout the different generations, like here we're in 1.7.10, and that one actually was a bit ahead in 1.8. 1.8.9 is where it's Thaumcraft 5 is a little more complete. Well, seriously more complete, and we're still waiting on anything past. And, oh, that reminds me, big news. It has to do with why I'm doing this episode, actually. Thaumcraft is getting kind of an interesting situation. First of all, Asnor himself said that there's been kind of a delay with development. I'm not sure what that is exactly. He didn't specify, so it may not even come about that there's a Thaumcraft 6. But on the other hand, there are people working on it. There are modders that are trying to recreate Thaumcraft 2 in modern Minecraft. And that could be interesting in and of itself, because I kind of remember seeing some Thaumcraft 2, so that would be interesting to do it the old school. And there's some cool stuff in that version, too, that hasn't been recreated since, and I'd love to see its return. So I wouldn't mind doing it that way in the future, although it'll be for like 1.11 and above. The thing about Minecraft is, don't think too much about being above and below in versions. Think of it like using the full breadth of history of Minecraft and all the things available in it. So whatever has been available before is still technically there. It is somewhere, usually. There are exceptions, but usually you can get a hold of older stuff if you want to and go retro. So just know that as things march on, there's always what came before. And sometimes it comes back. Like, the Ether has a legacy version now, and I've got that in my the other side of my series with Punked by Magic. I haven't went into it yet, but it is basically the old school Ether, not Ether 2. So that'll be cool. And speaking of dimensions, Twilight Forest is being ported to 1.10, but it'll probably actually be released in 1.11. It's by Willie Willis, is doing the porting. He apparently, Benomatic can't maintain it much himself anymore, so he's released some of the older portion of Twilight Forest as open source. And Willie Willis has gotten himself kind of famous these days for porting big mods. Not small ones, big ones. Like really complicated, cool, awesome, magical mods. It's sort of his thing. Like for a while he actually maintained Botania while it was kind of in suspended animation from Vasky actually directing it. And he's the one who did it for versions of which Vasky wasn't responsible for. So Willie Willis has become a big porter. I'm starting to really appreciate his work. But without further ado, we're going back into Thaumcraft here. And why this version has some interesting stuff. Namely, I've been researching a ton of stuff. And let's see if these research points that I've been working towards can actually give me something else. Let me see if I can remember where I had that at. I think it was in this add-on. Now, the thing about Thaumcraft is it has a lot of add-ons. like a lot of cool stuff. I don't want to do that one yet, because I've been doing a ton of research in terms of getting the things researched, but I haven't actually made anything yet or even got my infusion setup ready. I've just been doing research ahead of time because that's very time-consuming and something that's good to show only like once or twice. Or if you're doing something extra special. It's not really that big of a deal otherwise, but it involves a lot of steps. And I'd like to show some of those off, but then otherwise just know I've been doing a lot of it behind the background and will continue to do so because it takes a lot of concentration for me. I'm not the best at Thaumcraft stuff. I haven't had a failed one yet, but it still takes me some time. I know somebody who could speedrun Thaumcraft. That says a lot. So I know I'm not the best, but I'm certainly not the worst either, because I haven't had a failure yet. Now, here's some special things to note. You will sometimes need some research done before you can get to another. Like, see how these have these lines connecting to them? Well, this is saying that one leads into another literally. And also see it's saying you need scribing tools and paper to get the research node. Well, this is for one that I haven't got as a note yet. I've got my my scribing tools here, and I've got a reserve paper, which is right over here. I have a sugarcane farm, a nice sugarcane farm. Oh, my cotton is growing too. That's nice. I decided I'd need more cotton because I need more wool. Why I need more wool, I'll reveal possibly later, possibly sooner. I don't know yet. Depends on how things go. But you will actually need some wool to make some magical materials in Thaumcraft, so it is important, saying that in advance right now. It is important. But now that I have my scribing tools and some paper, I can buy this. Now, it'll also sometimes have it where you have to use points of research from like scanning things around or mixing things up in the table to get yourself some research points. You can, in fact, just from the basics that are slowly recharged, gradually compound upwards and get everything that you need. It's also very slow and time-consuming that way, but it works. So in essence, you still have unlimited points, just you have to let them recharge. And let's see here. I'm going to grab this one. It doesn't say any particular cost on it, and sometimes that's true, that one thing leads to another, but there's no further like point cost in research, you just can get it. So now I have this research note, and you'll see it pop down here because I had an empty space. And now it'll report that I already have one in my inventory. So if you see that yellow golden thing, that yellow golden note there, on the lore or information tip or whichever way you'd like to put it, just remember that says you already have this in your inventory. It doesn't detect for something in another inventory or that you've got it already. It only detects within your inventory, so it is possible to accidentally copy it. It can happen. Now that I have made the mistake of before. That I can certainly say I've messed up on going, oops, already had that one. But and there's another one here that I've already gotten in advance, and a few others. And I'd like to show a few things before I do the puzzle type stuff. Okay, let me see. Was it here? Or did I have it back somewhere else? I think I have it somewhere around here. Okay, now, some of these researches, you don't have to worry too much about exactly what they're about right now. Just know that the way these work is if they're hexagonal, you can purchase the research directly off the aspects that it says that it has here, if you have those research points. So see how it's these different aspects of magic? Well, all you have to do is have enough of those in your research point pool, and you will be able to simply buy them outright. This means that the research is considered completed as soon as you click on it to say yes. In fact, you don't even say yes. As soon as you click on it, it's just done. There's no, do you really want to buy this research thing? So be careful where you click if you have limited points. That can come around and bite you. Just saying. Now, I think I'd like to work with this one first because it has one thing left that I need to actually do. So I'm putting my scribing tools in and seeing how much I need here. I need Humanus and Order. Do I have enough Order? Oh, barely. Barely. And this is me combining a few decently high rank ones. So as I do that, I can actually watch my points go up. Okay. Order will recharge. See how it actually says 1 here? Now it has it charged this way. I'll probably hold on to that phantom point in case I need it. Well, at least that's one ghost points. Okay, it doesn't mean your Thaumcraft is haunted. It just means that it counts as a point, yet it's not like completely in your pool. But you know, it's one of those things that just is and isn't at the same time. Schrodinger's Schrodinger's system things apparently in Thaumcraft. So Schrodinger's magic aspect. Okay, that works. Now, since I have these two here, I can also put them in the table and compare which ones are easier to research. Like this one I've already noted is going to be fairly easy for me because it has only a few things that I need to work with, and they're fairly tight. This one is a bit more intensive, although because I've scanned a ton of stuff, I could still handle it, because I have a lot of these higher order aspects that connect. And what I mean by connection, I'll start with this one first. Although, wait, that's right, I needed to buy that while I could. Oops. Okay, you know you've thumbed too long when. But see how now they have nothing fading in and out, while this one has the icy aspect going in and out? Well, this means I can actually buy it because there's nothing missing. So, there you go. And now I have that research and it's considered completed. So I can go right into its entry and I don't have to do anything special. But as for this one, on the other hand, I have to do something special. And I had to go through the process of getting the research note in the first place. Which is kind of like an informational scroll. Now, here we go, we're trying to figure out how things work. There's something very early on I would always suggest getting as part of Thaumcraft, and this really, really helps. So I'm pointing this out right before I go into this puzzle. Research expertise. What this allows you to do is you become more efficient in performing research. Whenever you remove an aspect that you've placed in one of the hexes as part of the puzzle, you get a 25% chance, or 1 in 4 chance, that you'll regain the research point and it won't be wasted. Otherwise, you'll just burn it off. But here's the more important aspect that helps me out the most. You are able to see what aspects you need to combine to create an aspect you are hovering over. So what this means is basically, I don't have everything perfectly memorized in Thaumcraft. There's some combinations I do know for those aspects that are compounded, and some that I just never quite remember fully. But this helps me because I can visualize it in the research table. So this is why it's useful. Like this one. It's one of the 7 deadly sins type aspects. They're special. I think they're added in by Forbidden Magic. So you don't see them in regular Thaumcraft. Although later editions, like Thaumcraft 5, have in fact adapted several of these into basic Thaumcraft. So apparently Asnor liked the idea so much he included it. Also, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm wondering if in Furnace, the aspect of the Nether is in regular Thaumcraft or also part of Forbidden Magic. That I'm not entirely sure of either way. But I do know the history of how these got added in. But basically it says that its aspect is fire and also one that looks like a weapon. Well, that is the aspect of weaponry. Tellum is the aspect of weapons, attack, and harming. So therefore you can say that Ira, aspect of wrath, is literally fiery damage. In other words, fiery retribution. Or just wrath and pain. So either way, it's the angriest version of an aspect you can have. Now, as for here, we have Iter. It's the aspect of travel and journey, including the aspect of movement and the aspect of earth. Here's Modus, which is the aspect of movement. And I'm going to have to connect these all together somehow. I don't have much left of this, but I do have some. And I have a little more of Iter itself, so I can connect that way. Now, most of these are very earthen-styled aspects, so I can connect up with things that have the aspect of earth in order, because they both involve things like that. Now, Vitreous, the crystalline power, it can connect with earth. You'll see sometimes you'll be able to see it. There's a line that's connecting them, but some of them make the visual a little harder than others. Just saying, that's an unfortunate aspect of how this works. But I can connect it because it has order and earth in it, so I can connect that easily. So, bing, I've connected that. Now, the thing is, because Iter also has earth, this means I can be kind of cheap because I have a lot of this, like a lot of it, like I've scanned a lot of crystalline metallic type stuff, and therefore I can do it that way. And because they both involve earth, I can just put another point here. And once they all connect, you get your discovery, which means you've completed your research as soon as you click with the scroll. Ding! There we go. And whenever you have that, you can also check in various areas whether or not you've got something new in it. I think it came from... Was it here, or was it somewhere else I got my stabilizer from? I have a ton of stuff researched here. This is going to be an entirely interesting section of stuff to get into, starting with this thing. I believe this allows you to actually pick your enchantments. Yeah, this is the one that lets you pick your enchantments. We also have better enchanting, and I think you can actually use these enchantments once you've researched them in that one as well. But it's usually meant for this part here. But hey, cool thing about mod packs is stuff tends to combine. Now, I can't buy that one right now because I don't have enough air research. I've noticed that you tend to run out of points of air research and points of order pretty much the fastest. Other things, not so much. So, yeah, that'll happen. Was it in the Apocrypha? I'm trying to remember where the other one was. I think this is the problem with having so many add-ons. You forget which one added what. You're going, wait. Yeah, I still need to research that. I don't think it was in this section. This is a good section of various stuff, but unfortunately, it's not what I needed. That's one of the things I'm building up for, and one of the reasons why I'm trying to build up so much magic. That'll take me a while if I'm running mostly on some other things, but I think I can scan more in from where I'm going, hopefully. Was it auto-maging? Hello, I'm looking for the stabilizer I just bought the research of. Was it some of these things are templated onto regular sections, they're not actually in their own special one. That one I need to purchase whenever I get some more aspects together, like a good amount of them. Where did it go? Was it in a normal thing, or... It was... I don't think it's part of tinkering. I've already searched here. I've searched there. I don't think it's part of that. The esoterica. Okay. There is the lips again. Thermostatic stabilizer. It basically helps prevent knockback. So, this will be more complicated because this requires infusion, which again I haven't actually set up yet. But things happen. Okay, is there anything left I can actually just purchase while I'm here? Because I've researched a ton of things, and I'm getting to that point where I have to start worrying about warp if I'm going to go forwards. So I'm going to have to set up some things, remind Bula and the other villagers that I'll be on a kind of a bit of a dark journey for a while. Although I'm not going to do that quite yet, because I need to journey into the Twilight Forest soon. And that's another reason why I'm up so high. Is I'm going to literally try to glide down onto it. I can just I can just do this later, that part. So I'll put this in here, where I've put some of my extra research stuff before. But I have some more important things to do, anyhow. Especially while I have enough energy left in my wand. Remember how I explained that your wand can be powered up by killing enemies? Well, this one's currently maxed out. I do also have... wait, I don't think the aspect that I need for what I'm going to do is able to be handled by these. And, yeah. And I also need a better wand, which is why I have great wood logs and a lot of them. Well, okay, it's not the only reason. I honestly just needed to get the great wood started because you need it a lot in Thaumcraft. But I think I might try upgrading my wand first, hopefully. Do I have the gold in here that I was going to use before? No, I don't have the gold in here. I have a gold, it's a gold chest, but I don't have extra gold. Oops, I was going to upgrade my wand. I can do that later. Hey, it's not too big of a deal. I just needed some gold. I can pop down for that, maybe. Because I was going to do it, but, well, or was it that the other caps were going to be easier if I do it right? I'm not sure. But the more important thing that I was going to do is a way to also get more research points. Now, this one is kind of part of default Thaumcraft, and it's kind of cool. It's called a deconstruction table. Now, note that these symbols, these are each some of the primal Vs elements. So, this is the aspect Perdido, or Perdicio, whichever you'd like to put it. It's the aspect of chaos. This is one that actually gives you a penalty on your costs. So I'm going to be a little more expensive whenever I do this. And the reason why it needs chaos, I'm also going to reveal very quickly. I've just created my deconstruction table, and I'm going to have to seriously recharge my chaos factor. So, yeah. That's gonna be interesting. I have to be careful where I put it, because I have a lot of things on that wall. I suppose because it's going to be important to my magic, I can put it over here. Now, This thing's cool because what you do is you put stuff into it, it tears it apart, and then it gives you points back for your research, including nice basic points. So anything that you can see the aspects of, it'll reduce them down to primary aspects only. So see the compound ones, it'll figure out what those are made of, and go down and down and down, further and further, until it figures out what the basics of it is, and then it'll give you 1 point at a time of those. And I just had something pop up, so give me a moment here. Okay, I think I've at least calmed that down. My computer was complaining at me for something. Okay. Well, maybe... Yeah, I need to take an additional moment here to do something. I think I'm going to go and get the stuff to upgrade my wand anyhow, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so my thumb crafting will continue with the upgrading of the wand ceremony. Oh wait, I think I just remembered it takes a bit too much. Or does it? Do I have to recharge this aspect? It very specifically takes just a little of that. Okay, so I can't upgrade my wand entirely right now, so that'll be fine. Still show a few things off, and at least I'll leave the supplies in here for later. Because I'm going to need these materials. And then later I can make some better materials. At least I think so. Well, okay, I'll give a preview of what I was going to do. Let's see, was it... No, it was, I think it was part of Gatomancy. It's add-on. Where steering it around, must find... Was it part of this one, or something else? That was one, kind of like one of the ones you wouldn't necessarily expect. Cloth caps. Cloth caps, that's what I'm looking for. Cloth caps. Witching gadgets might have been it. No, I was just there. That's totally the wrong one. Sonic Horizons, maybe? That's some cool stuff, but that wasn't it. Esoterica. This has kind of a little miscellaneous stuff from a few things here and there. Not that one. Oh wait, is it? Oh, it is. It is from Tainted Magic. Okay. I will need a bit more of some things, but I think I will skip ahead to this because I know my wand will at least be able to handle it whenever it's recharged. So I think I'll skip to these caps. They're known as cloth caps. They're a bit better than gold, I think, actually. But it's also what I need enchanted fabric for. And I think with that I need... Oh, a lot of things. I can partially afford that now. I just won't be able to get them all there because I'm very, very, very low on chaos. So that's not gonna fly. I need to do a little fighting first before I can complete those. So before I can update my wand, I need to just keep my regular one in here until I get enough of that. Oh well, I can show what this is for before I leap into the Twilight Forest. But see how I tossed a little rotten flesh in? It has different aspects of its own, and they mean that it keeps reducing them down to basic. And I think I found all the basics by deconstructing rotten flesh, so it's surprisingly good to deconstruct, and apparently fairly frequent with giving you things. So that's nice to know. So I can't upgrade my wand right yet because I blew it on the deconstruction table. At least the aspect that I most need. But that's okay. That's okay. Stuff happens. I'm going to see if I can make it to the Twilight Forest portal that I've made from here. First I need to reassess exactly what my direction is. Because I need to see where the town is. No, it's not from that direction because I know I need to kind of do this bending shot around to get there. I can see a nice structure in the distance I might try raiding. It would be kind of cool if I could do that on the way. Just leap over there. Or maybe just use that as a good direction. Because the thing is, from this... Okay, because I know I have to go around the bend that way. So maybe if I leap through the forest... And I do mean leap because with my upgrades to my my armor, how it has this feather fall, this is even better than feather falling as an enchantment. by a long shot. I can literally float. I can't fly, but I can float. So, Geronimo! So, think of me as having gliding powers. I've just cut off a good portion of my distance from getting down just by leaping off the side. So, yay! Okay, going up. So, going through the forest, because I'm pretty sure it's kind of this way. Kind of. And did I just see another... Did I see another... Yes, I saw another wolf. They are everywhere in this world. At least close to where I've spawned. Seriously, this is why I have so many. I keep finding them, and for a while I had a good amount of bones build up. And look, there's another wolf I just passed. Seriously. I mean, wolves everywhere. You will not... I'm not running out of wolves anytime soon, period. It's just not going to happen. Again, I probably should bring some. That would be kind of a good thing to do. Or should I? I kind of don't like risking them either. I think of them nice as like pets and pals. So at the same time, I don't really want to risk them. I can breed them if I need replacements though. And the beehive from Grovecraft Bees. Sorry, I already have some nice bees from you. In fact, I have so many bees I might deconstruct them because they breed more indefinitely. Unlike with Pam's where you need a queen, you just need a bee. So at the same time, that means that I have bees for life as is. I think I'm going in the right direction. I'm just cutting across everything. Because it's a pretty good distance around here, you know? What the? I haven't seen you before. This is new. Oop, missed. That would have been a really cool way to enter, but I missed. Not a complete failure, but maybe it's harder to get in that way, because I centered myself on that door that time. I should have got in. Okay, need to figure which way goes up. Clearly, it's up this tree. Okay, I can't orientate from that tree. That one was just a little bit too tall. I'm misgauging my exact distance. Are there a snow golem? I really need to scan you, because I haven't had one around here. Yep, let me scan you. Ooh, nice. Snow. Oh, do I have... I can use my Matic. I can get actual snow. I haven't got snow around here yet. Although, I do have... I think I have snow bells planted. I just haven't harvested them yet. But they tend to give you snow. This is so convenient. I have snow. Thanks, Snowman. It was very, very nice to meet you this way. And I really appreciate your gift of snow. Especially the scans of snow. The research is very valuable to me. So, okay, I might actually be able to afford that one thing I was having issues affording with before, because now I have stuff. Is it literally snow golem spawners? Really? Okay. That's interesting in and of itself, and well, as long as I'm collecting flowers. Because that just popped up, and it's like, really? Okay, now I can see why I had issues clinging there before. It's because the snow was just high enough from them to prevent my passage, because it made it that extra fraction of a block more. Okay. Got a really nice place around here. Very swank. I think I've scanned a monster spawner before. Yes, I have. Ooh, stuff. I can't scan a slab already. Yep, I haven't scanned actual glowstone. Oh. That helped. Well, I'm not going to melt the snow. I'm just going to melt the snow that's, you know, on the ground. And that's fine. They'll just keep replenishing it. So they'll be good. They'll also occupy... But what is it with my lips today? Seriously. Large. Ooh. Never mind the Twilight Forest. I am finding stuff. I am just finding stuff. And it's good stuff. Oh my gosh, yes. Just give me everything. I may, in fact, take the chest, too, as a memento. I mean, I need a little extra storage space. So, whoa! I mean, the holographic inventory thing normally is kind of something a lot of people don't like, but it can also give you the clue as to which one has actual treasure. And amber from the... Ooh! Thank you. Temple collar. An adventure backpack. Bat? That gives you night vision. Sweet. This is a very nice place. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Snowman. This is a ladder to nowhere. Yeah, it's a ladder to nowhere. Okay. What? What's going on out there? I heard that. Explosions? Who's setting things off? I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm just here to loot wherever I can. Okay, so it seems a fraction of them... Oh, exquisite loot. It actually says so. It seems like a fraction of them... Huh. Interesting. It seems like a fraction of them actually have stuff, and a fraction of them do not. Okay. And now I can use that backpack the way I was intending to before. Just tossing stuff in, and... yeah. Well, to be perfectly fair, I could probably eat that later. Okay, just lots and lots of things. Why is this not going in here? Huh. Why did that refuse to shift-click in? Things are refusing to shift-click into my backpack. I had the spare sign. Oh, that has integration? Sweet! Thank you! Thank you, Hardcore Ender Expansion. Well, that sure does, but I kind of expected that because Thaumcraft and Ars Magica 2 are played together so much. Figured I'd scan those. Ooh. I actually hadn't scanned... My lips are having a very bad day. Some of these things I'm kind of surprised I had scanned before. Or that actually have integration. Nice. All that research, and just all I had to do was open some serious chests. And, okay, so I'm getting just stuff out to Yin Yang. So just everything is just coming up research. Okay, I'll look for more of these that have actual stuff. Hi. Don't mind me. I'm just robbing you blind. Well, actually, it's more like you're donating to me. Uncommon loot. Iron claw covers for useful pets. Unfortunately, that mod isn't as useful as it advertised because I'm having technical difficulties with it. Weapon case loot, 2nd edition. Sweet. Does any of this scan? Instead of will it blend, it's will it scan? I think I tried that before. Nope. Oh, that was a big one. You can also use the fact that those aspects compose things later in a much cooler way. Or at least a much more interesting way. Wait. Didn't scan until... Really? Some of this is not scannable. Some of it is. It's a mixed story, really. Okay, this has been particularly enlightening. The reason why I'm not opening some of this stuff immediately is because I don't have enough room, and some of it does spread out to be more things. Although I can use these immediately and clear them out because they. Okay, I'll open this later. Thing is, you can use these up, and actually I can use this too. Nice. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I have in fact gained my my magic initially for Ars Magica 2. So yeah. Blue skill point. Nice. Another level of leaping blow. Another basic technique. I'm almost maxed out on basic technique. It only goes up to 10 and the others go up to 5. So you just so you know, that's how they work. And that clears them completely out. This place is really sweet. I was going to go to the Twilight Forest, but then massive amounts of loot decided to come to... Did my scans not indicate that one? Maybe because it couldn't be opened from its location, or did I just... Oh, the golems were in the way. Either way, I got a skill orb of backslice. I'm using that right now. Thank you. Nope, no scan for me. No scan for me. Okay. Fair enough. Oops, hit something. Ooh, I'm running low on space. Why is it that things aren't shift-clicking in my backpack suddenly? Normally that works. That one was a good one. Okay, I might put the sticks back in my inventory and the coal and put this here, because I may need to make torches on the way. It's one thing you can never be sure of, so I might want to have that handy. Okay, so those, I'm just grabbing all the chests. Just give me all the stuff. Thank you. So, unplanned looting spree right here. Of course, that's one of the reasons why I decided to cut through, is I'm going, I might run into more interesting stuff along the way. Well, it happened. I ran into more interesting stuff along the way. I'm leaving your decorations, because you seem to really like it. I may, however, take the glowstone, because I have a good purpose for it later. And, that's going to be something that I don't know when it'll come up in the quest line, but at some point you need to go to the ether, and that requires a lot of glowstone. So I'm saving up for my gate, and I missed a scan again. Apparently golems were in the way. Title scroll. The Arch-Chancellor. Well, it kind of fits me. But at the same time, I've got a better title I was thinking of. Okay, that clicked in. Thank you. Another blue point. Thank you for being very, very nice about that. Common treasure, I don't have that stacked in there. Music discs don't stack. I kind of wish they did. That's one of those things that it really would be logical if it actually stacked. And I'm getting loaded up already and will probably have to withdraw. Although I still have a few more backpacks to shove things into. I don't know if that'll be the best thing to do. I might do some other stuff first and then go for the Twilight Forest, so I'll see about that. That scanned. I hadn't actually scanned one of those before when I got them. Nice. At least I have now, so it is good. So some of these didn't scan because snow golems were in the way. Or they didn't scan in terms of like being able to see it with the hollow inventory mod. I'm gonna have so much storage space later. Maybe it's because of my area. I don't know. Okay, I've cleared them out. Okay, I'm kind of sorry for taking things. At least I got a little luck on this, so that'll help. Insta-break. Wow. Full 4. Nice. That's what it's capped as, might I add. You can never get more than 4 pieces of glowstone, so you can't get more glowstone dust than would add up to the actual block. It's just the way it is. So, yeah. This place is loaded with snow golems. Just loaded. Which way was I going? I was going this way? Really? I have a feeling I took a wrong turn somewhere and it wasn't at Albuquerque. Old joke. Really old joke. Where is my city at that I needed to go to? Let me see here. The village that's I'm looking for. Well, I didn't take too much of a wrong turn. I mean, kind of. I think I needed to go. I think I overshot. See, I need to have a little more positive. I think I'll wait. I think I'll go home. I think I will. I'll go home and tackle this whole thing later. Let me line up with home. Okay, I need to zigzag that way. So I'll go home and take care of business and be back with Twilight Forest at another time. So yeah, and also I'll probably harvest some of these along the way. So that'll be pretty convenient. So just a few things I'll be doing in between. Planning Twilight Forest and came up with other stuff. So it happens. Slight change of plans, at least in a good way, because I got some serious loot. I mean, wow. That was a lot of loot. And that's also kind of an example of what Twilight Forest is probably going to be giving me, so you can see why I wanted to give myself some extra storage space. And I may even have to get more and more and more because this is going to get ridiculous. Although I might be able to risk a few things. I may be able to try storageception. That technique has been known to cause issues in the past, but sometimes it works out beautifully. It's kind of a little hit and miss. I might try that in the near future, and that would be very cool if it works. So I'll have to see about that. So this is Glitch Reaper, signing off, and I'll be back sometime, possibly doing more Thaumcraft stuff, possibly going right to the Twilight Forest. I'll see what actually comes up. Because me and my snowy friends here definitely have had an interesting time, and they've given me the treasures of the land, and I really appreciate it. Nice effort, everybody. So thank you very much. And so I'll be signing off for now. Nice to hear from you later. So bye for now.